Oh. Chase. Center. Ah, I didn't want that. Hello, welcome to the stream here, just getting things set up. Been a while since I bothered loading people and all that, so I'm pretty sure I gotta get everything I need for it here. Passenger bus, luggage loader, probably that. Should be good. Passengers. I think I bugged it out when I unloaded them without the doors open. So we're going to do without passengers. Wow, 3059. Pressure's high. Alright, I think we're fairly good here. Main. Get up there. Barometer. Archio. Speed up. Let's get there. Center. Alright, I think we're good. Oh, we gotta get a push back. Guess it would be nice to get some lights on. Chase. Brake off. Center.
Parking brake is off.
There we go. Should be right now. There we go. Chase. Chase. Good evening or a day or wherever you're at. It's evening for me. Actually, way evening. 1:20 in the morning here. believe that's 27 on our left there, I believe. Should be. It's the runway I want. Center. Center. You have to excuse me if I do any errors here. I've been flying the flying the Boeings lately, so I might have forgot a few things on this thing, but I think we're all right. Yeah. Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
They didn't go down. Why? Interesting. Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
This is about a 500 some mile flight. It's using EFAS to determine the flight path. It showed that it had an ILS for the runway I want, but my FMC wasn't showing it, so I might have to completely hand fly this one in, which shouldn't be a problem as long as I don't have any strong winds. we go. We're both using the EFAS flight tracker and run FsCloud as well. Well, gotta pay attention where we're going, don't we? All right. Gear up. Gear up.
Landing gear is up.
Flaps up.
Landing gear is up. Flaps up.
No, landing gear is not up. I'll just have to do it manually, I guess. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Oh, wow, that's been goofy. Never had a problem. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
These frame rates are tanked. Maybe it's just the area. Just gonna check my settings here real quick. Rendering. I have to get this out of the way. Well, turn some of this stuff down, I guess. Yeah, it's better. It's workable, I guess. How's everybody tonight? Excuse me. Oh, hello there, Captain Aviation. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. It's 1:30 in the morning here and I'm flying, so I'm happy. I'm not too thrilled about this joystick. I threw this joystick on it because it works better in DCS world, and I'm noticing it's throttling down so ever so slightly as you can take a look there. So I'm going to have to do some throttle management here. That's weird. I've never seen that. I just forgot to switch back to my usual joystick. And there it goes, and once more throttle. I wonder if I need more null zone in that throttle. Let me take a look here. A little more in there, see what it does. Nope. Whatever. I think the joystick's wearing out is what it is, yeah. Well, I don't know why they're not happy with it. It was advertised as the advanced model, and which wasn't, complete with like everything PMGG would have. That's probably why they're upset. I mean, what it has, it works as far as I'm concerned. Really, about the only thing it's lacking is Navigraph data for SIDS and stars. So you got to kind of pre-plan that. So I just use eFast to do the entire route and load it into X-Plane. They're supposed to be working on the Pro version of this, which will have all that. I mean, it flies like a dream as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, this joystick's going to be annoying. 500 miles of holding the throttle. Kind of thing. What really sold me on this when I was looking, I always check things out on YouTube before I buy anything, and what sold me on it was being able to. It defaults by having the FMC down here, or actually this is the OIC. FMC is actually down here, but this just displays what the FMC has on it. Just the old style. If you want to use that, you can. I don't, because I kind of like having it up on the dashboard there. And why aren't you going away? Oh, I got to click down here again. You could switch that back over to here if you want, and at least list your route there distances, your overall mileage left down here, which is cool. So everything's handy right up here. You got checklists here if you want. If you really get in hardcore, which I'm not completely hardcore, you go through a checklist and it takes you through checks and the whole bit. Starting right down the line there. Goes through check on there. Anything that's in magenta is something that you need to address, but and for the price is $49, so it's not PMDG price, so you're really getting what you're paying for here. It's a nice plane for the price. If you don't mind doing a little extra work building a flight plan, it's no big deal. Flies like a dream. I mean, I got into this and I never realized how big this plane was. I was flying it for a couple weeks, and I mean, it felt to me like the size of the A320 or 737 because it's very nimble. And then I found out this thing's wingtip to wingtip about as big as a 747, just within a couple of feet. I'm apologize in advance if for some reason the stream ends or freezes. I was having some issues with it locking up. I'm running FsCloud and EFS and this, which is not a memory issue, but I think I was having some audio issues because I'd hear an audio sound and it would freeze. I think I have that resolved. I just never updated my drivers when I went to Win 10 for my motherboard, so I did that. I think it's solved now. Yeah, you gotta, I forget where you get it. If you follow Mattia, M-A-T-I-A, B77, he's another user. I fly with him as well. He could tell you how you can get more planes, because you have to, well, I'll tell you what. Biggest problem I have with FsCloud right now is, but you really can't complain because it is pre-beta, is it's really buggy. Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. Let's see where we go here. It's been a while since I've done this. Oh shit, where'd you go? Tell me I turned off. Oh, here we go. I think it's in settings. Yeah. Advanced. Christ. Everybody on FsCloud's name's going to be over here. You choose their name. Oh, come on. See, it's acting buggy already. This is a problem I've never had, though. And you replace it with, if you don't have like a really long list of planes, like this. Well, actually, you really want to scroll farther down because it's going to load every plane you have on your system, as well as, I forgot what he called it. It's like a 3-letter package or whatever you can get for this FsCloud. And this is what he's, God, hang on. Let's go back in here again. So you can go through a bunch of Airbuses, Boeings, and all that if you want to make them A319. And I'm not sure if I can expand this area in here because I can't tell what liveries there are. Oh, there's like Scandinavian. You want that guy to be a Scandinavian plane, and you hit save assignment. It stores it, and it takes about, if you've ever done that and they disappear, you got to wait about 2 minutes because it's syncing up with the other guy, and then it'll pop back in with the plane you chose to make him look like. Another thing I like about FsCloud when it works is if you tune your frequency radio. In fact, I'm going to go to, I doubt if anybody's on right now, but I'm going to go to 133.000. Put it over here. That is YOLO Air's frequency. And you could as long as you're on the same frequency, which that's the frequency they use, you can use the tab button to transmit. See up in the left hand corner it says I'm talking. It says PAPA 133.00. Everybody that's in FsCloud knows that I'm talking on this frequency right now. Or anybody that's on this frequency is going to hear me talking. So it's kind of like a built-in TeamSpeak, but you use your nav radio, which is kind of cool. But again, that's a little flaky. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Welcome to the game.
Thank you for the subscribe. I didn't see a name on there. I apologize. If you don't have FsCloud, I use it over VATSIM because I'm not so anal. Be honest with you, no offense, I'm not so anal about procedures and all that. And FsCloud is a little more laid back. It's kind of like VATSIM without anal controllers in it, and it's quickly becoming very popular. You can connect just like VATSIM. Anybody with P3D, FSX, and X-Plane can all fly in the same environment and see each other. was my throttles again. Now we're at cruising altitude now. A lot of people also seem to complain about the throttle management on this. It's only because they don't understand it. Once you understand it, it flies itself. It really does. It's not that difficult. Basically, see up at their left-hand corner there, where it's blinking lever climb or whatever. It's going. It'll do auto throttle just by basically putting your throttle about 50%, maybe 60%. As long as that stays green, it would if I didn't have a throttle or a joystick that's I put on here and it's worn out. It would stay there, and it's going to manage the speed by auto throttle that way. But you can override it by go full blast there. It's like immediately turning off auto throttle. So throttling back until it goes green. Now it's basically back in auto throttle mode here now. Well, yeah, if I didn't have a screwed up joystick, but you get what I'm saying. It's kind of like build it all into the throttle without having to flip auto throttle toggles. Oh yeah, direct connect FSX, yeah. I used to do that, but you get a bunch of 8-year-olds in there swearing like sailors, and it just was kind of annoying. I guess we got to go standard here. There's so much less on the. Also, if you're like me and ADHD, there's so much less on here you got to manage. Basically, all you got to do is throttle up to take off, hit autopilot. If you got everything set, when you want to descend, just click on this thing down here with the finger pointing up. Well, after you set your the altitude you want to descend to, and you hit the button and it descends. That's all there is to it. Another drawback on this: it doesn't have top of climb and top of descent profile on the FMC or on the heads-up display here. Or not heads-up. I'm getting tired. You know what I mean. I know on the green line thingy here. But I pretty much figured out right about 125 nautical miles out is when you want to descend. So it's a comfortable descent. And you can even override all that if you want. You could come over here and tell it, feet per second you want it to descend if you want. But it'll auto-manage. And you can also auto-ride it in here too, if you want to do hand flying or controlling your own speed. Oh, okay, on private server, yeah, that'd be nice. If you got enough friends. I had no friends, I had no life. Had to come on here and find people. Been flying with, like I said, with Mattia, but he's I believe he's in Italy, so he gets off about 3 or 4 o'clock my time, and it's really not prime time for me. Of course, this isn't really prime time for me either, but I get a day off. I'm gonna fly. Yeah, I get a lot of people ask me, which is better, man? Well, there is no better. It's what you want out of the flight sim, really. I mean, FSX has very good points to it, and this has very good points to it. Unfortunately, they don't both have the good points. They're each other's good points. You can't do multi-monitor on here without triple head to go. You can't undock windows and drag them over to another monitor. Scenery is basically nil, but I'll tell you what, I fly high here, and I'm just using basic default texture meshes here. Chase. mean, although that's blocky and all that, you know, if you fly up high in FSX, it looks like crap. Looks like somebody smeared butter on the ground. Well, it does over here too, because they're going to fix that here, I think, in the 10.4. I haven't gotten the. I don't like beta versions. It's out, but I don't want to crash my system. It's supposed to get rid of this. It just saves it for frame rates. But anyway, down below, it's a lot more detailed, even though blocky. This doesn't look as cruddy as FSX. But down low, FSX is better for the scenery, obviously. I think X-Plane is a lot more smooth as far as any jitters you might get. Center. I mean jitters in the graphics quality. Put this back up here. I have both X-Plane and FSX. I like FSX sometimes for what it does good, and vice versa. I'm going to be picking up, if the wife doesn't beat me over the head with a baseball bat for doing it, the Flight Factor 757. I want to get it because it has all the SID stars and things like that. FSX for me, another good point for that is I have the NVIDIA 3D Vision 2 glasses and monitor. And if you don't have that, which not a lot of people do, but it doesn't work in X-Plane because it doesn't work with OpenGL. But it is with DirectX games, and with FSX being DirectX, I swear to God, you really do, really do feel like you're in the cockpit with it. So that's kind of cool, especially when you're in PMDG. Oh God, I say that wrong a lot. Pay warplanes really come to life with it. Yeah, that's what I hear. I was thinking about getting the 777, but I go, two reasons. One, I said, it's about the same size as the A350. It looks pretty much the same. Get something different. And I was thinking the 757, and a lot of people are saying it is better than the 777 as far as how the quality of the build of the actual sim. So I'm going to think I'm going to do that. I'd like to get a decent 747 for X-Plane, but they got that SSG 747. It probably is good as far as flight dynamics, but I'm not too sold on their cockpit textures. And PMDGs is behind the times. They're coming out with a version 2 sometime. Because my AI going to try to take me out. Down below here I got TCAS. It picks up the AIs. They keep reloading, and it seems like a lot of times they're coming at me. And jihad going on. The only thing I wish it would do is, like on FsCloud, it would pick up, online users on here, but it doesn't. I'm not that computer inclined to understand why, if there's anything I could do to make it work, but. Steam version, I haven't been able to fix it. Oh, I have the Steam version as well. Yeah. There really isn't much you could do for it. It's an 8-year-old program. I can't bitch. It is what it is. Now, if they came out with a 64-bit version of it, which I'd be really surprised, I would definitely probably just be full-time FSX. Dovetail bought the rights to it, and they're building their own new sim. I don't know, it'll be out in the next couple of years probably, but it's based on that Microsoft Flight game that came out. That was a real flop, so I don't know why they're doing that. I think I got the demo of it, and I was not impressed. So as you, down below, as you see, I always start off real quiet. When somebody starts talking, I try to expand on it and just keep talking. So what happens there, generally I start forgetting what the hell I'm doing here. So anyway, there's the miles to go here. If anybody sees me getting about 150 miles, hit me in the head with a baseball bat, please. Otherwise, I'll overshoot my descent. And X-Plane does, well, X-Plane uses EFAS as well as FSX does. But anyway, what's kind of cool, I don't think it does it in FSX, but in X-Plane, Chase. I'm going to go external view. Chase. Chase. Thank you. When you use EFAS weather engine, it actually makes cloud shadows on the ground from these clouds up here, which I thought was kind of neat. Looks a little more real. I'm not sold on the cloud textures in FSX or X-Plane. By default, I should say. FSX definitely wins the weather category. Center. Center. But overall, for what I like X-Plane better. Better flight dynamics. Better graphics generally. Now we're going to Innsbruck, which does have, I don't know if I put some freeware scenery in there, or I know there's scenery, I don't know if it's default or not. X-Plane's slowly putting some in there, if you haven't checked it lately. I'm pretty sure it's default scenery. Oh, and as far as streaming goes, if you do streams, X-Plane is so much easier because it doesn't pause your screen when you go over to, I got multiple monitors, and I go over to try to check a few things, and when you leave the main screen on FSX, it pauses your game every time. There's no way around it. You still around, Captain? I think you left. Ooh, we're getting a hell of a tailwind. We'll go pour some more coffee. I'll be right back. In the meantime, who we got left and where are you from? We'll read that when I get back if you care to put that in there. All right, I'm back. Oops.
Welcome to the game.
Thank you, sir or ma'am. Thank you. A lot of times I'll just say sir. Probably get an immediate unsubscribe. What the hell? Some bitch call me a sir. Oh, roger that. Yeah, I was wondering where you went. I figured something happened. So you're talking quite... I probably said about 5 minutes worth of shit when you were gone. I was like, okay, he's gone. What the hell? I don't even know where I left off. Or need to leave off. No, but yeah, for $49.95 US, I think this was well worth it. They're going to upgrade it. I'm hoping when they do upgrade to professional, they're going to offer a small upgrade fee to the professional version. The only thing that I found out that was bad on this per se is, say you're getting in flight and you want to change something in your FMC, you know, add a waypoint or whatever during flight. One time I did it and it locked up my whole flight plan. I was just driving or flying straight. It wasn't following the flight plan. It just kind of confused the hell out of it. But I did that via the OIS. Maybe if you'd done it straight in the FMC, it might not have, but who knows. Just about everything in here works though. So I'm hearing problems with people are having with the JAR Designs A330. I didn't really get that because as far as I'm concerned, it's pretty much this plane without the OIS up here. And I hear it's buggy as hell, at least for now. Down here, there's some maps here. You see, you can go to different maps for different airports here. If you want, you can load them into the database for it, which is kind of cool. I don't like to use it because, you know, as you can see, it can be a little difficult to read. You can zoom in on it, but it's a little funky. If you want, let's see. It still becomes a little blurry. But you can load them all in here, every map or whatever. You can load them into the folder, into the A350 certain folder or whatever, and you can just pick the airport and have your maps all handy. But it's more handy for me to just put it on my second monitor. I just kind of like throw something here just for a little ambiance there to make it, you know, look real. All these buttons down here, as far as on the display, you can, you know, switch out the wheels up here. Changes everything up here. Doors, let you know what doors are open. Fuel, center and left and right wing tanks. Electrical system, hydraulics. Cabin pressures. Actually, I'm just going to throw it on wheels for now. It's about the only thing I find important, really. The only time you need that other shit is if you set explain to for random failures or whatever. I don't. That's cool. Yeah, I wish I could afford to take flight lessons. But I tell you what, you probably saved a buttload of money and private lessons just by learning a lot of shit in the FSX. I'll be honest with you, probably, huh? I've had people ask me, well, you think you can fly a plane in real life? I said, if my life depended on it, probably. I'm not guaranteeing the plane would be in one piece when it hit the ground, but I could get it there for sure. Because you really can't simulate the heaviness and the heaviness feel and the controls. But I could definitely create our cemeteries right where we want to be, for sure. Yeah, I learned a lot in FSX myself. In fact, back in what was it, like 2006, when they first came out with the PMDG 737. We're not talking the NGX series. I mean the original. I learned that played. I actually printed out the entire manual and put it in a folder. It was like God knows how many pieces of paper. I mean, it was thick. It was probably like 4 inches thick. And I went over page by page. I said, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? And I'm learning, and finally, you know, bit by bit, learned quite a bit on it. And I just kind of took off from there. I was just really amazed at how in depth it was. Oh, jeez. I thought I was going to have a lock up there for a second. 232 miles to go. If you weren't here when I first started taking off in the flight management system here, where am I want to go here? Oh, I want to go down to the airport. When you first get your flight plan loaded, it just says Lowy, so you can pick your airport and arrival. You can pick your runway, and if it's got a ILS, it'll say ILS next to it, and this doesn't. I'm using runway 8 according to EFIS. At the time I made the flight plan, I guess that's it takes in consideration the winds. Hopefully it didn't change, but anyway, It doesn't say there's an ILS for that runway. Well, according to EFS, there is. So I dialed it in. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then we're gonna hand fly it in. Oh God, tell me you didn't just lock up. Oh, we gotta get out of here. There we go. You don't have to have this pop up if you don't want to. I just do it as easier to read. You can actually just leave the pop-ups off and zoom in and manually control everything just right off the OS. Or anything else for that matter. Another nice feature about this plane, I don't know if the A330's got it. I don't think it does, but it's got a vertical profile here. And it's got a ground proximity radar in it as well, so if we start hitting some mountain areas, you're going to see brown up in here. As where brown gets higher than that green line, that means you're going to be eating dirt. So kind of gets an idea as you're descending in lower or no visibility whether you're going to hit anything. Yeah. I tell you what, if I would not want to do the flying under the hood. No. I was doing I've never done it, not even in the sim, and some guy basically asked me to set the weather to nothing, no visibility. I did, man. I was just all over the place. Like, I'd freak out. Of course, that was with a Cessna. I couldn't do any. I didn't have anything autopilot or anything set up, and GPS eludes me. I don't even mess with those planes. So anyway, I was trying to fly, and at ADI was just going all over the flipping place. Okay, is it better than the FSX question again? No offense, but yes and no. It's what you want out of the simulator. X-plane flight, the feel, you'd have to get it to understand it, but the feel of the flying is more real. FSX, if you want to fly small planes, private planes, get FSX, because the ground scenery, they have a whole lot more scenery. X-plane's pretty barren unless you download each individual airports and things like that, but I like X-plane better because I like to high fly, and the ground textures are a lot better in X-plane for high flying than it is in FSX. X-plane is 64-bit, so you're not limited to the amount of memory you have in your system. FSX has I haven't myself lately because I kind of tweaked it, but it has a tendency to crash you out of memory errors because it's only 32-bit, maximum 4 GB usage until it crashes. Oh yeah, I could see that, Captain. I imagine it probably wouldn't be, a few hours doing it, I'd get comfortable with it. It just kind of threw me because he asked me to do it and I did it. I was even near the airport, so I had a general idea where it was going, and it was messing with the joystick just to bring me down, and man, it just started going upside down, sideways. It was embarrassing. I ended up getting it down, but on wheels, by the way, yeah. FS6 is cheaper. I think it's $24.99. X-plane is $60, and I'm talking base price here. But you have to take into consideration, at least I do, if you're getting FSX, you don't have. Well, let me back up. X-plane basically has Active Sky Next built into it, kinda. I mean, if I had weather in X-plane, it would show up on my display here. Yeah, if there was any weather systems or heavy storms, it would show up in here like Active Sky Next does, which you don't have to pay for it in here. So that's another, what, $40 if you wanted the Active Sky Next. But it does have some properties of it's better than here. Easy Dock, what is that? $25, $20, something like that. You got to pay for that add-on in order to do basically what X-plane can do natively in the program. You could just switch views, and you could see. Now these are all custom views that I set, just like if just like it does in EasyDock, but you can change them. But those are my presets I've made, and that's free. That's built in. So overall, about the same price. Yeah, for high flying, if you really want to get a lot of planes, FSX, because they're just such a large variety of payware planes you can buy. You're kind of limited in X-Plane. Actually pretty well limited, but what they have as far as payware is really nice. This is a payware plane here. Not the best, but it's nice. I have both just because I like features of both. FSX is direct 3D driven. This is OpenGL, and I have a 3D monitor and glasses with NVIDIA 3D Vision 2, and it only runs on DirectX. So if I want to feel like I'm really in the cockpit with 3D, and I'll tell you what, it really feels like you're in it. I mean, no joke. I'll go to FSX for that. I mean, it really feels like you can reach out and touch the knobs and everything on there. So they both have their strong points. That's why I have both. I even have the PMDG 737 NGX 800 900. Chase. Yeah, up high flying in FSX. Let me go. Chase. I'm using a voice activation thing that doesn't want to be working tonight. Chase. There we go. If you're looking out the window up high in FSX, it looks like smeared butter on the ground. I mean, this ain't nothing to write home about either, but at least it's crisper. And it'd be even more crisper. You can download some HD mesh scenery if you really want to load up your hard drive on because it takes a lot of gigs. I didn't, just because it can tend to mess with your frame rates as well. Center. Alright, what are we at? 168 miles. Alright, we got about 40 miles for descent. Yeah, the views are better if you get scenery. I'm not a big person on scenery because I like the flying aspect of it. It's cool. I mean, I like to have something on the ground. I don't like just a tarmac. So I'll download freeware if it's an area I'm going to fly in quite a bit. And it is crisper. I'd like to get the if I'm going to buy any scenery package, a couple things. They got that on xplane.org. They got the New York airports package. Regular price $31. I might get that. I don't know. It's got Gatwick. Not Gatwick. Is it Gatwick? No. Anyway, 3 major airports or 2 major airports and some surrounding airports all in one. They also have, if you want to check one out, I don't know the makers of it, but they have Denver. It has its own built-in, oh shit, what do you call it? It makes the airport alive. You just see a bunch of different vehicles and stuff. It really comes alive, and it's something simulation in the name. And they make about 3 or 4 airports. I think San Francisco. And it looked intriguing. But yeah, I think there's a view in here I don't want. I'm going to do something here real quick. I think, well, maybe they're all I want. I can get rid of that one. So I wanted to change this to, let me get up. I can even get up here and move around. See, I just want to pretend I'm going to sit here and drink all night long, which I'd love to do, but I could save that by, what was that view? Controls, using the numpad. I can save it by holding the control key and whatever numpad number I want and hit 6 or 1 or whatever. I'm signing it to 6. So let's see, I'm going to go back to another view, and I want to go back to that, hit 6, and there's my view, pre-saved, back and forth. So it's EasyDock for free. Center. Alright, I'm going to start watching my distance here. I don't know why I got all this blurry shit over here. Usually it's farther out. I don't know what I've changed in my settings, but... Well, it's 2:19 in the morning here. I don't know what time you guys got. I really didn't expect to get any viewers this time of night. I just figured, well, as long as I'm going to fly, I'm going to go online and see if I got somebody I can chat with. I appreciate the follows I got and the number of people I have this time of night. We're going into Innsbruck. There's going to be a lot of mountains, and you're going to notice there. I've done Innsbruck in FSX default scenery. It's so much prettier on FSX as far as the terrain and the sharpness of the mountains and things like that. Damn, I must get a hell of a wind going on here. 61 mile an hour crosswind. I hope I don't have a 61 mile an hour tailwind when I go in. Yeah, by the time I land, my ATIS information is going to be 2 hours old, so who knows. I'll probably have to hand fly it anyway. Maybe I'll just do a go around and come in off the other runway. Alright. Ah, where'd you go? I'm in their bubble somewhere. There we are. FsCloud. See if I see anybody online in FsCloud we know here. There's only 42 people on. Tattoo Man. Man, that dude just does some flies all day long. In fact, I think he's got the highest amount of points in this game. In the FsCloud for flights. He live streams as well. I think he's German now, so I don't follow him. I don't understand German. I don't really recognize anybody else. Snow's on a lot, but I don't know if he streams. That's about it. Oh, Captain, how are you handling ATC? I don't know how the hell in the world anybody can understand a damn thing they're saying when they talk faster than I do. It's like, wait a minute, I got that first line written down. What was that second part? It's like, really? I even asked one Vatson pilot or ATC to slow down one time, and I think he sped up on me just because he got pissed. Then he threw some star at me, but my FMC didn't have it. I said, hell with it. I was out. So I saw FsCloud, and I go, what the hell is that? And I looked at it and said, loaded it in, and it's pretty neat, pretty cool. Oh shit, I didn't pay attention. We are way past our descent, aren't we? Yeah, well, we may have to just adjust my... maybe we'll be alright. 74.5 mile an hour crosswind. Alright. Let me zoom this out. This tells you what height you'll be at any given waypoint. Oh, I should be... see where we're going to be down here. What did I set it at? 5100. So we're going to be about 3,000 above on approach. And I can't tell what that's right after Ben KT is where we're going to pretty much level out. Where's that going to be? Okay, there, yeah. We're going to be down. Oh shit. Yeah, we're going to be down low. Way before we need to. We're going to be hitting some mountains, so we're going to be watching this ground proximity radar here. It's probably going to end up getting into this, so I might have to Stop my descent at some point. Yeah, I figured ATC doesn't. That's why they talk fast, because they got so many people they got to handle and move on. You ever watched on YouTube, do a search for funny ATC? There's a lot of them in there. There's a dude from JFK Tower on there. He's just funny. I think he's retired now, but they got videos on it. Do a search for in YouTube for ATC, funny ATC Virgin, Virgin, like the Virgin Airlines. You're gonna die laughing when you listen to that one. So you hear? Did you listen to the Virgin one? Oh, welcome back, DB Vetter. I'm sorry. Haven't seen you in a little while. Of course, I haven't been streaming a whole lot. And welcome to Vincent747. I usually tell people where I'm from, so I said, the hell with it. I'll just put it in the scroll down at the bottom there. If you want to get a good laugh, go to my YouTube channel. I don't know how long this flight was. I tend to record long ones, so it probably bores the shit out of people. But there's one from, I flew from KTPA, Tampa to Cleveland. I was drunk off my ass. I was celebrating getting a new job, and I was flying plane drunk off my ass. And it was ugly on an approach and landing, so if you want to fast forward in that and watch the ending, it was kind of funny. And it really surprised me too, because I thought I was doing just fine. So don't fly, drive drunk. I had no idea what went wrong. I had to replay it when I was sober to figure out what I did. It's like, oh, I didn't do that, really? Okay. I think I remember the Air Force One one. Were they kind of mad because they were getting delayed or something like that because of him? I think it was. Yeah, they pretty much shut down an airport when you got Air Force One around. It's got to really put an airport in a chaos, total chaos. 'Cause they got, I mean, everything's run like a well-oiled machine, and you stop shit like that. Oh. Anyway, we're going to be hitting some mountains here according to the map here shortly, so we're going to watch that descent profile. Now you can set constraints in here if you want. You can edit this and change speed and altitude constraints if you know what they are, or if there are in that area, whatever. But I just descend if there is none built into the flight plan. Just watch the descent here. I'm surprised it's not picking anything up at this point. We're starting to hit mountains out here. For all of you that's wondering, this is the Flight Factor Airbus A350 fly-by-wire. Well, these white dots on here are airplanes coming at me trying to take me out, apparently, because you have to have AI basically turned on in order to pick up other planes in FsCloud. So the AI just randomly come try to jihad you out there. That's TCAS picking them up. You know, one about 7,000 above, coming straight at me. I think it's above. Should be. It's descending. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's aiming right for me. We might see it here shortly. What is he at? About 5 miles out? 20 miles out. And descending. So this might get ugly. Okay, there's my ground proximity. And we are going to be in the dirt, so I'm going to just need to change that to... Oh, hell. I'm pretty high. Let's make it 13,000 here. What am I at for my height now? Yeah, we better get that up there. The scroll wheel can tend to be a pain sometimes too. That's probably the main bitch about this thing. You see those up and down arrows? You got to get it right on there. Sometimes it'll just make you zoom in and out instead of changing your figures. Okay, I got to change that to the finger up. There we go. There we go. Now we're not going to hit it. Yeah, just in time. See how sharp and crisp and clear that is? This is default texture mesh. I mean, to me it looks pretty cool. I would have gotten the version 3 texture meshes, but a couple things. The file size is huge, and when they show us side by side, oh, this is default and this is the HD3 mesh. I don't see anything different. I can make another flight if you want to think of a departure and arrival airport. I can build up a flight plan. I'm off and I work 12-hour shifts midnight, so I'm used to being up. So yeah, I can make another one if you like. I'll take flight requests. Oh. Alright, what we got here? 3045. If I get the thing to come up. Gotta keep watching this here. I wonder if I'm going to be able to get it down in time. I've never actually gone into Innsbruck with this yet. I know it's very mountainous and you got to basically come down a channel, so I don't know if I'm going to get this descended fast enough autopilot wise. Well, if it doesn't recognize your plane, that's fine. It'll just default you into another plane. It's not going to make it stop working. It just, for what I'll see, it'd be a different plane. Or is it basically even not working for you? Are you not seeing your plane on the screen? That's beautiful. Oh, if you haven't, an X-plane, fly in, oh shit. Where? Here, let me go to a map here. It's very beautiful here. Very beautiful. New Zealand, along the coast here with these mountains. Oh, they're beautiful. Even better than what you're seeing in front of you right now. Alright, where am I at here? Back to follow mode. Should kick back to where I'm at. Should. But it's not. There we go. And part of that path, insert path. What path is it talking about? Is it trying to save something? Oh yeah, this might get ugly. This plane doesn't really auto decelerating until under 10,000, and we're not going to be able to do that. I might have to just slow this down manually. It's basically still an auto throttle, but we're overriding the FMC's control of it. Yeah, this might end up getting ugly, but we'll see. For all of you who just joined, I'm not sure the ILS is even going to pick up here. The weather's good, so should be able to land it, assuming I'm not in too high. It's an E-fast route, so hopefully it's bringing me down in the valley there to come in, so I get my altitude down. That is weird. I haven't run into that problem. I think it gave me a funky little route. Should be able to come down a couple thousand feet anyway. See what I mean? It wants to zoom in on occasion. Alright, let's make it zoom in and get back here. Oh, it's going up. I didn't want it to go up. Let's get back down again. I have the feeling I'm going to either come in too high or too fast or both. Probably not too fast. Too high is going to be the issue. Yeah, it is beautiful. It's Swiss Alps, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. Austria, Switzerland, yeah. They are totally beautiful. I'm telling you though, to go over the one I just showed you, they're prettier even over there, I'd say. Uh, 23 miles out and I'm still this high. Really? Oh, I just may have to do a go around. I'm getting 74-mile-an-hour tailwind too. Good God. Well, like I said, I'll get you there. I can't guarantee it all in one piece, but we'll die right where we want to. Chase. Yeah, I wish they made their cloud textures better in this. But the ground textures, I mean, even default is, I think, are pretty awesome. Center. And their topographical information is just phenomenal. I went to a no-name airport and went online and did a search for that airport. And you're on the ground and you see this mountain out in the distance or whatever. It would be just exactly the way it is in the photo. It's just amazing. All right, I think we could start coming down probably really fast. Wish the ground terrain would update. What's the speed? Still 74-mile-an-hour wind. Really? That's crazy. There's no way. I don't think I can do that if I'm facing into the wind. Oh yeah, there's no way I'm going to make that airport. No. Now I know why they don't have ILS. All right. probably just gonna go manual here shortly if I don't plow into this mountain over here. Yeah, good old EFS. Yeah, right. Well, I guess I'm just gonna nose down and come in at 600 miles an hour. Yeah, it's EFAS's weather system. People are, well, it's changing now. 55 crosswind. It's generated by EFAS, and there's some people that yeah say that it's not right. Whatever. All right. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off EFAS. I think that's crazy. Where is it? Oh Lord, I got to get that off. All right. Let's see. Environment, weather. Grab the real weather according to default. I think. Grab, oh, download right now. It actually might be that because you get winds coming up over the mountain. Could be. They're all converging and coming up over the mountains, possibly. Oh, Lord almighty. That confused the shit out of it. Alright. We're going to have to go totally out manual on this one. Where do I turn around? I'm going to go up the valley there, I guess. See if there's a good place to turn around. Yeah, see, that says 170 at 1. I got my joystick cord wrapped around my throttle. That don't help. There we go. Actually, never hand flew a plane with this joystick. Like I said, I had this on earlier because I was trying to play DCS World. And it didn't like my other joystick for some reason, so I went to this thing and I forgot to take it off, so see how we do. Tell you what, I'm going to pause this because I'm going to get some ILS information here. Pause. Oh, I shut EFS down. Never mind. Fuck it. Pardon my language. Completely hand flat. Yeah, that weather was so strong. I wasn't doing any of my controls, and the passengers were panicking because we're getting just blown around. Yeah, we already went over the airport, but I'm looking for a good turnaround spot. You might have one up ahead there. Probably be able to squeeze in a turn over here. auto throttle. Oh, it's already off. Okay. I think it's supposed to be off. Yeah. It's about 2,000 feet elevation, so I want to get down. So the turn bleeds some speed off. Yeah, don't tell me the passenger wouldn't be a little bit upset by that turn. And they're not screaming. I'll be damned. Maybe they're already dead. Yeah, I think they got killed in that tailwind we had. Speed down. Speed down. Speed down. Speed down. Speed down. That's my spoilers, by the way. Yeah, bank angle. Hold on to your drinks, guys. Zoom in. Zoom out. Speed here. I'm going to be about 143 roughly. Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Welcome to the game.
Thank you for the
Flaps
follow.
down.
I wish I could tell your name, but I'm a little busy right now. Zoom in. This is totally manual. Totally manual. There's the airport. I'm going to go a little left. Zoom out. Zoom in. Zoom out. Zoom out. Or not. Fuck. Zoom out. That's voice attack, by the way. I highly recommend it. $8. Voiceattack.com. And no, I don't get kickbacks. I would actually. It's actually not a bad program. Gear down. There's the.
Extending landing gear.
There's the gear page there on the dashboard. I'll call it dashboard. What the hell? Where are we at? There it is. Ooh, gonna speed up a little bit. Flaps down. Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Flaps down.
It's all voice activation through voice attack. It's not any co-pilot software. Flaps down.
Flaps down.
Should be full flaps. I forget where where my flap indicator is on the dashboard there, but I think we're good now. Zoom in. Oh, we should do went up higher. Zoom out. Zoom out. This is an old Cyborg, Satec Cyborg Evo. Really old. It seems to be working pretty neat. Pretty good. What are we doing on winds? Okay, we're in a headwind. Good. What is that, 7? I'm zooming so far out it's a little blurry. 7 mile an hour, so I could probably speed up a little bit. Looks like we're right on the ball. Look at the clouds and the fog in the distance. That's beautiful. No ILS, no nothing, guys. Totally hand flying. God, good thing the clouds aren't covering the runway. I didn't have time to look that shit up. A little bit high. Back on the money. Probably a little fast. No, we're going to get on speed too. Oh God, I didn't set my reversers in this. Hope the brakes stop me. I'm probably going to go off the runway. I forgot I didn't set my reversers on this joystick. I forgot what the key command was for it. Let's see if the auto brake. Did I set auto brake? I didn't even set auto brake. Oh, nice. It just completely brakes. We'll just burn the brakes up. We might make it after all. I'll be damned. Sweet. And we are in Innsbruck. Pull up the gate, and if you want to think about where you want the next flight to be, the IACO codes would be cool. Flight's over. Just going to pause it here briefly to see what FsCloud rated me. I'm going to guess probably really good on everything except for maybe rated descent. We'll see here. Brake on.
Parking brake engaged.
Okay, stats. Wow. It's going, wait a minute, you passed the airport. Oh, what we got here? Oh, really? Okay, here we go. Oh, perfect on everything. Sweet. That was totally manual, too. And if you're not familiar with this, it gives you a little point system. It doesn't really do anything except for bragging rights, I guess. Unless somebody knows it, some other reason why they got points. I haven't figured it out. And it keeps track of all your flights and what points you got for them. Thank you for the nice landing comment. Brake off. Alright. We're actually going to have to do this manually, this little bastard. Center. I don't recall if I downloaded this scenery or not. Pretty sure I did not. I'm guessing I probably did since it has static scenery in it. Good Lord, 3 a.m. already? Really? Good God. Not that it's late for me. It's like, it wasn't 1 o'clock but 20 minutes ago, I thought. I don't think there's any gates left for me to park. Did another preset flight plan, but I think it was into a smaller airport, so they didn't want to take this one. From Lowy, anyway, I meant. Alright, good enough. Brake on.
Parking brake, engaged.
I'm not sure if I gotta end this. What it would. This is where it's gonna lock up. Maybe this is why they hate it. I think it just locked up. Well, maybe not. Let me try to load that flight plan, see if it confuses the shit out of this. LRCL. Apply. Well, it's in there. 560 nautical miles. Oh shit, what the hell. I got it loaded, save time. I'll probably overshoot the runway because I think it's just a little baby airport. I think it's made for general aircraft. And we do full auto brake. Boy, maybe I ought to map my auto reverse. That might be a good idea. If I could find it in here. If anybody knows where it's at, because there's a lot of stuff to choose from here. Basic. Advanced. Systems. I think I had to do that not too long ago, and it took me forever to figure out what was the auto throttle or the reversers. I don't know if I'm going to find it. It literally took me about a half an hour to find it one day. Okay, Captain, have a good one. If anybody wants to stick around, I'll do this flight here. I can't guarantee it's going to land pretty, but I'm not going to spend all night looking for this reverse thrust down. I'll do that another time. Yeah. Alright. Check our fuel. Should have enough, I think. Probably wouldn't hurt to get more. Alright, let's call up the ground crew here. Chase. Oh, nice parking job. Way to go, dude. Center. Alright, I'm getting tired, so I'm not thinking straight here. Except, I don't know what runway. I have no ATIS information for that runway. Well, we'll do what we did before. Just pick a runway when we get there, and I'll get an idea here. Hold on, let me make sure this is. Back. Flight plan is in dots, which means it's not active, so it might be a problem with this not wanting to do two flight plans one after the other. Let's do a step here. Whoa. What the hell? I don't know where I got that flight plan from. What the hell? Maybe it's in the mountains too, and I was trying to do a circle around. Well, I won't try it and see. It's going to come in towards the east, so it's near 090 for what we got for runways here. It's going to be the backside too. Yep, we'll hand fly that one too. It's going to be runway 8 probably. No ILS. Back to ARC. Just kind of wondering why it's in dots here. No, because my flight director's on. .32. 044. Alright, we'll see if we can make this work. If it doesn't, I'm going to end this stream here. I'm pretty sure all I got to do is put it in a different mode. You can see flight display. We'll see. Ground service, pushback. Chase. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of the fuel truck, I think, huh? Brake off. Center.
Parking brake is off.
Chase. Pardon me, coming through. Turfing the lawn. Oh shit. I wanted the other runway. Turn around, gonna turf some more lawn here. What the hell is that AI doing? He's worse than me. Good lord. Get out of my way. Alright. Center. Flaps up. Flaps up. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
No, I want it
Flaps
there.
up.
That's where I want it. Really? Why you do that? Center? Center. Thank you. Alright, we're going to clip the SAS here. Pardon me, coming through. I think I know why it's not, because we're in heading mode right now. That's fine. It's not going to follow that flight plan until I make it a solid line. Huh. It's strange that they got you starting off to the right there with no turnaround. So we'll just take off here. Brake on. So we get rid of this.
Parking brake engaged.
Alright, it should be okay now on the flight plan. Yep. I went back solid again, I believe. Yep, we're good. Just because I had to go manual before. Config set 344. We're good. 32,000. Alright, we're good to go. Brake off.
Parking brake is off.
Gear up.
Landing gear is up.
Flaps up.
Flaps up.
What do we get here? Overspeed. No, flaps up. Forgot I didn't have auto throttle on. Let's get auto throttle on. It is on. Well, gotta turn the autopilot on. May not be a good idea at this point. Whoa. Following the heading. I want to go nav. Don't want that. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Let's get this back on autopilot. I think I'm by myself now. If I might not even finish this flight. I was just doing it because I thought a couple of people wanted to see another flight. So if you're on here and you want to see this flight continue, let me know. I'll do it. If not, I'll just go ahead and sign off. I'll give you a minute to think about it. I got to use the bathroom. Alright, I'm back. This is about a 550-mile flight. I don't know if anybody wants to see this flight. I just finished one, took off, and then a lot of people bailed out on me, so I don't know if anybody really wants to see this flight or not. If you do, let me know. I will continue it. I'll give you a minute because I know there's a stream delay. Let me know if you want to see it. We're going to land this huge-ass plane into a small airport, see if we can do it, but I'm kind of getting tired, so if nobody's around or interested, I'll just go ahead and sign off. Oh, Lord. Alright, why aren't you climbing? Oh, that's why. There we go. Alrighty, didn't get any responses on it, so I'll give it one more minute, and if I don't hear anybody say, hey, please finish the flight, I'll do it. But if not, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I apologize. Streaming takes a lot of gigs off your data plan. For a 2-hour flight, takes about 5 gigs. And I don't want to burn it up if nobody's watching or not interested. Alrighty, well, I guess I'm going to sign off. I appreciate it if anybody's on here. I don't know if you're on a tablet or whatever, can't reply, or some other device you can't do a chat on. I apologize, but I am getting tired. It is 3:15 in the morning here. So I think I'm going to take off. You guys have a good night. If anybody's listening, take care. Pat Balls Gaming signing off. As soon as I find my software here. Maybe I can't word my OBS, damn it.